Well, in November we had that Arctic blast or bomb, whatever they called it, came in and our garden was hit with, it went down to 7 degrees one night. And we did our best to cover everything, but we lost a lot. We mulched the elephant garlic really well, and it took a hit, but it came back. You can see on some of the leaves, it's got some brown that froze, but I think for the most part it did okay. So we'll see how that does. And then our conventional garlic that we didn't even cover, it was pretty young, but it's coming back, and I fertilized it with some nitrogen to see if we could get it growing again, and it seems to be doing okay. We'll see how that does. We lost a lot of broccoli. We've got some small heads forming in there, but there's a lot of freeze damage. You know, if our weather stays okay for the next couple months, we might be able to get this to come back. They're real small heads though. There's one in there. We'll see if we can get this broccoli to come back. Lost quite a bit. Like this one's getting ready to flower, and it's just a real small head, so we'll see how that does. Our cabbages, of course the weeds are doing great. Can't eat weeds though right now. They're starting to form. This purple cabbage is starting to form some small heads. The green cabbage, some of them made it, starting to form small heads in there. This one's looking pretty good. We'll see what that does, but the rest of them didn't do so good. We harvested Chinese cabbage. They were real small though. These that we didn't harvest, of course, froze to death. These are starting to come back a little bit. We'll see. The Brussels sprouts, they're a big maybe. We'll see how they do. We covered our young onions with some moving blankets, and we lost probably 80% of them. A few of them came back, and they're starting to grow a little bit, but I don't know. The cold weather really took a toll on these. Like I said, we lost like 80%. There's a couple, and then there's, several that didn't make it of the red onions. This guy's got a little tiny green in it, so it might come back, but I don't know. These are yellow onions. Those two look okay. The little tiny one's doing all right. That guy's coming back. That one's dead. These seem to be okay. We'll see. We'll probably get at least another frost come March. We'll see. You never know with Texas weather. The herb garden, the cilantro that we planted is starting to come back a little bit. That stuff over there took a hit. A lot of it's brown. It's coming back. The Italian parsley made it through. We've got some young Italian parsleys that are starting to grow. We've had a couple days where we hit almost 80 degrees, and it's really messing with the food around here. All of our mustards, of course, died. The spinach made it through. We harvested quite a bit, and what was left is coming back really well. Spinach likes cold weather, but it doesn't like 7 degrees. We had it covered with blankets and everything. Here's a couple lettuces. that are coming back a little bit. We'll see how they do. I just uncovered all of our artichoke plants. See if we can't get them to come back. There's one that's coming back because the weather got so warm. But what makes me really nervous is this is the asparagus bed that we just put to sleep. We did a video on that, and what's making me nervous is we've got two plants that decided, oh, let's start growing. I guess summer's here, and it's way too soon for these asparagus. So these are the only two that have come up so far. Hopefully they'll be the only two. So we'll eat those, but it's way too soon for this asparagus. Hopefully the rest will stay asleep until spring. The working birds, the guineas, they don't mind this weather. They're over there taking dust baths and sunbathing. Anyway, I hope your crops made it through that Arctic blast that came down. And hopefully the weather will stabilize and we can get some stuff growing again. We'll see. All right, y'all take care.